27 people abducted by Israeli forces from an aid flotilla bound for Gaza have begun a hunger strike. Organisers say after Israeli forces intercepted the last remaining vessel in international waters. The group is striking in protest of their illegal abduction and in solidarity with the over 9,500 Palestinian hostages held in Israeli dungeons. The global Sumud flotilla wrote on X on Wednesday.
Authorities at the Islamic Center of San Diego confirmed the identities of two men killed in a shooting incident at the mosque on Monday. This came a day after friends and family identified Amin Abdullah as the security guard who was killed while trying to prevent suspected attackers from entering the mosque complex. Mosque authorities told Al Jazeera the other two victims also played a role in responding to the gunmen. "We call them our brothers in the community. We call them our martyrs and our heroes," said the mosque's imam, Taha Hassaneh.
While Kyiv has recently come under frequent bombardment, the residents of Moscow have largely felt safe. That might now be changing.
The Pakistan Telecommunication Authority has called for improved coordination among government department operators to prevent repeated fibre optic cable cuts disrupt communication services in the Chitral region. In an official letter issued by the PTA zonal office in Peshawar, the authority stressed the need for immediate action to safeguard critical telecom infrastructure during road construction and excavation activities. To safeguard
Rights activists and community representatives have urged the government to announce a comprehensive resettlement plan before launching any eviction or demolition drive linked to the Karachi-Peshawar Main Line ML1 railway expansion project. Speaking at a press conference at the Karachi Press Club on Tuesday, members of the ML1 Affectors Action Committee warned that the enforcement of the railway right-of-way RAW principle should not become a pretext for acquiring excessive land from poor families living along railway tracks.
Sony has introduced the WH-1000X, the Colochon, as the new top model in its WH-1000X over-ear headphone series. The launch comes as Sony's original MDR-1000X headphones are set to turn 10 years old later this year. The MDR-1000X started the lineup that later became strongly linked with noise-cancelling headphones.
Karachi paid tribute to two of Pakistan's renowned cultural figures after roads in North Nazimabad were named after celebrated playwright Hasina Moin and legendary music composer Nisar Bazmi during a ceremony organised by the town administration. The road naming event was held in Block Y of North Nazimabad and was attended by President Arts Council Karachi Mohammed Ahmed Shah as the chief guest.
Students at Government College University, GCU, Lahore have raised concerns over a steep increase in summer repeat semester fees. According to students, the per-subject charge has jumped from 6,000 to Rs 15,000 without proper prior notice.
Brazil sits atop a potential bonanza of rare earths that has sparked global interest, led by Washington, as demand surges for the increasingly vital minerals. But any windfall still appears a distant prospect, as Latin America's biggest economy currently mines only a marginal amount.
Pakistan's getting a zombie movie this Eidul Azha, and everyone's excited, including philanthropist Ramzan Chippa, who added his unique twist to the film's online promotions. Clad in his signature green kurta shalwar, topped with a Jinnah cap, Chippa bravely stood beside one of the film's zombies and delivered an important message to the youth. "Hey kid, don't do drugs and take care of yourself. Otherwise, you too will become a zombie."
Taiwanese President William Lai Ching-te said the future of Taiwan should not be decided by foreign forces, but is instead in the hands of its 23 million citizens. Speaking on the second anniversary of his inauguration on Wednesday, Lai said his goal as president continued to be maintaining peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait, the 180 kilometres, 112-mile waterway dividing Taiwan's from altering the island's external forces, from altering the island's political status quo.
Iran has warned that any renewed conflict would bring many more surprises. After United States President Donald Trump gave Iran 2 to 3 days to reach a deal. Meanwhile, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance said that both sides have made a lot of progress in talks to end the war that has triggered a global energy crisis.
2 Chinese oil tankers have left the Strait of Hormuz after waiting in the Gulf for more than 2 months, as the United States President and Vice President claim a deal to end the US-Israel war on Iran is imminent. The 2 supertankers showed that the 2 supertankers, Chinese-flagged Yuan Guiyang and Hong Kong-flagged Ocean Lily, navigated out of the waterway, carrying about 4 million barrels of crude.
Microsoft has updated 4 Surface devices: the Surface Pro 13, Surface Laptop 13-inch, Surface Laptop 13.8-inch, and Surface Laptop 15-inch. The new models run on Intel Core Ultra Series 3 chips. Snapdragon X2-powered versions are expected later this year.
The Punjab local government department has imposed a complete ban on the burning and roasting of siri pie, animal heads and trotters, in public places across the province during Eid al-Adha. According to an official notification, the ban has been enforced under Section 144 to prevent environmental pollution and protect public health. Punjab Information Technology Board, PITB, has launched a new examination fee payment service for candidates appearing in Punjab Public Service Commission, PPSC exams, through e-Khidmat Markaz centres across the province. The new facility allows applicants to submit PPSC examination fees using a simplified and transparent process at designated e-Khidmat centres in Punjab.
Samsung and Google have offered the first official look at their upcoming AI-powered smart glasses at Google I/O 2026. Samsung first announced in October last year that it was developing the wearable in collaboration with Google and eyewear brands Gentle Monster and Warby Parker. The glasses will run on Android XR and will arrive in 2 different designs, with one created inspired by Gentle Monster and the other by Warby Parker. The Sindh government has revised the Bus Rapid Transit (BRT) Red Line project by replacing hybrid buses with electric vehicles (EVs). While the planned biogas plant will now supply gas to the industrial sector instead of public transport. Speaking during question hour in the Sindh Assembly, Senior Minister Shahjil Enam Mamman's Shahjir Private Partnership said the government had decided to introduce electric buses through a public-private partnership.
Islamabad. The Islamabad High Court, IHC, on Wednesday issued notices on multiple applications seeking early hearing of sentence suspension pleas filed by human rights Hazir and Hadi Ali Chathar in the social media posts case. During the hearing, the couple's lawyer Faisal Siddiqui requested Justice Mohammed Azam Khan to fix the matter for Monday, May 25.
Pakistani documentary The Gymnasts of Fisherman Colony is heading to New York City to screen at the Tribeca Festival in June. The documentary follows a group of girls from Karachi's Makshar Colony, one of Pakistan's largest informal settlements, who battle a plethora of challenges to form a gymnastics team. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar on Wednesday said Islamabad and Beijing shared a converging vision on regional and global matters. Pakistan and China share a converging vision on regional and global issues, said Dar while addressing the Senate. A court in Pakistan has sentenced a man to death over the murder of a teen social media influencer that sparked uproar across the country. Umar Hayat broke into the home of 17-year-old TikTok star Sana Yousaf in June last year after she rejected his repeated advances and shot her dead.
President Donald Trump's special envoy to Greenland, Jeff Landry, has begun his first visit to the Arctic island in a bid to build ties and make friends. "I'm here simply to build relationships, to look, to listen and to learn," Landry said after stepping off an official US plane in Greenland's capital, Nuuk, on Monday.
The New York Knicks, spurred by 38 points from Jalen Brunson, erased a 22-point fourth-quarter deficit to stun the Cleveland Cavaliers 115-104 in overtime in Game 1 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks looked done for when they trailed 93-71 with 7:52 left in regulation time on Tuesday, but Brunson spearheaded an 18-1 run and banked in a floater to tie it at 101-101 with 19.3 seconds left in regulation.
New Delhi, India, Abhijit Dipke has barely slept in the last 72 hours, fielding waves of messages on social media after a casual joke took an unexpected turn. The 30-year-old, a recent graduate in public relations from Boston University in the United States, finds himself leading a sweeping satirical political movement, the so-called Cockroach Janta Party. Janta is people in Hindi, being joined online by thousands of people with each passing day.
The United Nations has cut its growth forecast for the global economy, citing the fallout of the war on Iran. Global gross domestic product, GDP, is expected to grow 2.5% this year and 2.8% in 2027, the UN's Department of Economic and Social Affairs said in its latest forecast on Tuesday. Bangladesh have sealed a historic home test series win over Pakistan after handing the visitors a 78-run defeat in their second test in Sylhet. Spinner Taijul Islam took 6 wickets to lead the spirited home side series win on the 5th day of the match on Wednesday.
The federal government has decided to extend the Prime Minister's youth programme, PMYP, to Gilgit-Baltistan, allowing between 500 and 1,000 young people from the region to receive training in modern technologies, including information technology, cloud computing, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. The decision was discussed during a meeting in Islamabad between Ghulam Abbas and Rana Mashhad Ahmed Khan. The meeting focused on expanding the Inavi TTC Huawei Prime Minister's Youth Skill Development Programme, PMYSDP, to Gilgit-Baltistan.
Lahore Development Authority, LDA, generated more than $2.111 billion through the open auction of residential and commercial plots held at Expo Centre, Johar Town on Tuesday. According to details, the auction included 58 residential and commercial properties, including education sites, hospital sites, commercial plots, petrol pump sites, marquee sites and commercial buildings.
Google has announced what it calls the biggest upgrade to the search box in more than 25 years, adding deeper AI features powered by Gemini 3.5 Flash. The company announced the update at its I/O conference, 1 year after the launch of AI Mode. Google said AI Mode now has more than 1 billion monthly users, while queries have more than doubled every quarter since launch.